Hey guys, I'm Kayleen and I'm here with my best friend Joanne. She's an amazing event coordinator here in Miami, but I'm going to talk to you today about our trip to Miami Zoo. Joanne's the expert. I actually just went with her because you've been many more times than I have.
Yeah, I've been since I was a little girl. Since it was Metro Zoo. It used to be called Metro Zoo and now it's Zoo Miami. History.
And we took 5 kids.
Yes, we did. That was very brave of us.
We did have your mom.
We did? Oh yeah.
Your mom came to help you.
My mom. Yeah.
So we had 5 kids, and we went in April. We went for spring break.
Yeah.
Which was probably I think that's the best month to go.
Absolutely. It's spring, so it's not that hot yet.
What do you think are the best times of the year to go to Miami Zoo?
No, the only times of the year. The only times of the year is fall, winter, and spring. That's it. Yeah.
When we went in April, it was perfect, but it was starting to get hot because I feel like down south it's not as you don't get as much breeze as you do up here.
No, and not the zoo. The zoo is so big; it's so many acres, and it's just
huge.
Hot.
And we rented a bicycle that day.
Yeah, we did. We rented a bicycle.
I like the bicycles, but let me tell you, it's actually pretty hard to ride those bicycles.
It is, but it's worth it. It's worth because that zoo is so big. If you're riding a bicycle, you don't see it.
It's
like
true.
You can't see a lot of it.
We got the extra large bicycle because we had so many people. Yeah. But let me tell you, we had 5 kids and it was just me and Joey and pedaling. Yeah. So I'm like
they were all on our laps.
It's funny because like the first 5 minutes you're like, oh my god, this is so much fun. Yeah. I could do this all day long. And then you're like, okay, this is getting really hard. I'm like, and then after like 30 minutes of the bike, I kept yelling back to my 6-year-old, Carlito, you gotta pedal! You gotta pedal! And he's like,
and they all want to pedal, but they don't really pedal. Like,
no.
They're like Wesley, my son. He's like, I want to pedal, and I look back. I'm like, this is not really pedaling.
No, their feet barely even touched it. So Joanne and I got a really good workout that day.
Yeah. I had a beer. I was like, I'm gonna burn the calories anyway, so I'm just gonna have a beer. It was great.
Yeah. So we started off. What do you think are the best spots to go? If you only, honestly, I don't think that you can get through that entire zoo in a day.
You can't.
There's no way.
No,
so you have to focus on like specific things. Like if you're planning a trip to the Miami Zoo and you only have one day, go and look up the exhibits that they have so you can kind of earmark the ones you want to see. Because if you don't,
it's great because it's an area, so you can kind of like there's this kids splash area. So if you don't want them to be like, Mommy, I want to go to the splash pad, like you can avoid that area. And then there's the petting zoo area.
The splash pad is right next to the food court, so take care if you're going to the food area because they can see it. My 3-year-old was like, ooh, splash pad, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I usually try to avoid that area. I'm not a big splash pad parent, so I usually try to avoid that area. But the petting zoo is great because it has a lot of trees. And then my favorite spots are, I think it's the Amazon and another one,
the Everglades.
Oh, I love the Everglades because they're little enclosed areas and they have mist.
Yeah.
Like they have nice mist. Yeah. You're like, oh, this is really nice. So I like it.
We started off at the Everglades Park,
which is their newest one.
Yeah, it's right at the entrance. Like we kind of veered to the left. That was our very first exhibit we saw, and then we got the bicycle. Yeah. And then we almost died pedaling the bicycle. Joy and I were both sweating. And then we did. I did like the Amazon forest. That was our very last one.
That one's amazing.
And we had dipping dots. And the Amazon forest. we got there to get the dipping dots like right before they closed. Yeah. Remember? Like Carlito was like, I really want the dipping dots, I really want them. And I was like, we'll get them on the way out. And thank God we saw them like closing up shop. He's like, wait.
And unfortunately in the petting zoo area now they opened they opened a whole icy center. I'm like, I used to love that area and now I have to deal with the like, oh, I want an icy. I'm like, oh no.
Like, and they get all crazy.
Yeah, they get all crazy and that's food coloring and I'm just not into it. So that's unfortunate of the petting zoo area, but besides that, it's great. And I love these areas because there's like one in and one out. Yeah. You know, so you can just kind of like stand there and you know that they're around.
The turtles were huge success. Huge success.
I love it. I think every time you go to the zoo, you have to feed at least one animal. Always. Yes. And the giraffes, unfortunately, even though it's the most popular, it's all the way in the back.
We didn't make it.
I don't make it to the giraffes. Maybe 1 out of every 4 times I go, I make it to the giraffes. But they opened this new one to feed the Galapagos turtles, and they're so sweet.
Oh my God, my kids loved it.
They were so sweet.
And they move so slow, so you don't have to be really scared of your kids going in there to feed them, because, I mean, honestly, they can move their hand away so fast. If the turtle looks like it's getting close, I mean, it's like slow motion. It eats. Awesome. It's slow motion.
It was so awesome, and I learned something new. I did not know that their shells have feeling. I did not know that.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yes. So she said that their shells, they can actually feel. Remember they had that spot, and she's like, oh, rub it right here, and the turtle will go into a trance. And it was great. And we were rubbing the turtle, and the turtle would kind of stretch up, like, and it would just stay there until we would stop. I was like, I was in love with those turtles.
I think that was my kid's favorite part. My kid's favorite part was the giant turtles. And you feed them little pieces of lettuce. Make sure you bring some cash, because I think it was like, what, $5 or $4? It wasn't bad. And the line was, there was nobody waiting.
No, I mean, if you're smart, like you can feed the I know the rhinoceroses we fed.
But we didn't feed them this time.
No, not this time. But it's one of the ones that you can feed the turtles. And there's birds, and it's only like $3 to $5, something like that.
We did go to the bird, that little bird.
Yeah, but they were full.
Yeah.
Like the birds were full of seeds, so they weren't selling anymore. So it depends on what time.
So if giraffes is a priority on your list, we recommend going all the way to the giraffe exhibit first.
Which the fastest way to get there is to use their little like Metro mover. Okay. So you can get a band. I think again it's like $3. You take the Metro mover all the way to the back. It's like a tram thing. Or you can take the trolley and then start from the back to the front. That's the only way to see the back. The back is so far. By the time you get there, you're tired.
And let me tell you, after like 3 hours, 4 hours, you're dead. And biking, pedaling a whole family for 3 hours.
You do not go to Zoo Miami for more than 3 hours.
No.
With kids. You just don't.
Yeah. We only got to like 4 exhibits that day. And I actually felt like, at the end, I felt like it was like enough. Like, I'm like, okay, let's go. The kids start getting a little bit crazy.
Absolutely.
My 3-year-old keeps on talking about are the flamingos we saw in the very beginning.
Yeah, that's at the front, which are great.
Yeah, because it's like right there. He's still this. We went to the zoo. This was like a couple months ago, and he's still talking about those flamingos. He's like, and the flamingos, and the flamingos.
Yeah, those flamingos are great. And I also like, even though we live in Florida and we see them all the time, the giant crocodile or the giant alligator.
Yes, that's true.
There's like this clear tube that the kids can crawl in, and they're in there with that giant thing.
That's in the Everglades section. And they even got to go down that slide.
Yeah, with the otters.
Yes.
You can go down a slide, and you can see the otters swimming with you. And I love that. That was cool too.
Yeah. And what else? That's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what animals you love. They have all the animals, and what I love about it as an animal lover is that they're not in little cages.
No.
They're in these huge enclosures that are just curated for them. And that's what makes the zoo so big.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see them like that and not in like some little cage, you know?
All of the animals that we saw that day, they were so happy and healthy. I've never seen...
Yeah, they do a really good job.
I've never seen such a well-kept bear. We saw, remember that bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
That bear with that coat, I don't know what they're doing to that bear, but it was the shiniest, most beautiful coat I've ever seen on a bear.
Well, they have great enclosures. They have great veterinarians there. I mean, it's a great zoo.
Yeah, it was, and we had a great time. A couple of hours in and out. Don't try to overdo it. Pick a few things that you want to see, because otherwise you're just going to get exhausted and you're not going to enjoy the experience. We had a great time. If you have any questions about your upcoming trip to Miami, or if you are going to the zoo and you want advice from Joanne or myself, I'll make sure to put her Instagram handle, because she's the expert on the Miami Zoo. Make sure you post your comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Again, I'm Kayleen, and this is Joanne Love. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.